memories. Her head hurt so much that she wished she could just die. What the hell? A headache too? God, please be merciful. Maybe I should have exercised more, but my sickly body... Ambrose stepped back from Emberly's bedside in shock. Not only was she magically crippled, but someone also poisoned her. Who would be so cruel? The poison inside Emberly's body was actually the one intended to be drunk by the female lead. Unfortunately, the female lead discovered the plot, and after she crippled Emberly's magic, she forced her to drink the... In the center of the Arena of the Seven Moons, Emberly Lane stood opposite Maren Hart. Her opponent's eyes burned with hatred as she stared at her. Emberly took a deep breath. You've trained for 3 months for this. You have nothing to fear. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen! Emberly nearly leapt out of her skin, and the booming voice. She looked over toward where it was coming from and announced. Emberly squirmed under Maren's boot heel. She knew that she was seconds away from death. What will happen if I die? Will I go back to the world I came from? Or another world entirely? She shook away such musings. They weren't relevant. All she needed now was an opening. Maren's leg tensed. Emberly knew she was preparing for her killing blow. It was at that moment she slapped her own hands together. She twisted them in 3 distinct formations. As the Dragon Prince escorted Emberly toward the banquet hall, Kalith noticed his date looking over her shoulder for what seemed like the 100th time. Emberly, what is it? You can't handle all of the admiring eyes. It was true that every person passing by the couple had unabashedly gawked or at least remarked at Emberly in her gorgeous green gown. Kalith himself had held back from attacking a few men whose gazes lingered a little too long. But Emberly stood at the windowsill of the tallest houses and lakes. She knew that if she had the time, she could Emberly. Lord Evan, no one can take that victory over Maren away from you either. Others laughed at her joke, but even as Emberly made a joke about the surprise, she felt butterflies swarm into her bed faster. Both parties had imagined this moment since the first time they met each other, and yet neither could have prepared for the intensity it brought with it. With the flickering firelight alongside them, they rolled upon the soft dirt, kissing and touching each other. Kalith tugged at Emberly's tunic, unlacing it and pulling it off with a surprising amount of restraint. Emberly, too, fumbled with his jerkin, unbuckling him from the light jacket and pulling his shirt off. She gasped to see his rippling muscles again. She ran her hand along his chest, feeling the ridges and divots along his body, like an explorer charting new territory. As she felt her lover, she couldn't help but notice his pale flesh shimmer and turn into green dragon scales, before